You might have noticed beef prices continue to rise at the grocery store. Neil Melanson will have a look at that later in his bottom line. But first, we want to get the perspective of some ranchers here in Louisiana. And for that, we turn to This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Avery Davidson with this week's in-studio guest. Avery?
Mike, where most people see the effects of cattle prices is at the grocery store in terms of beef prices. And as cattle prices go, so do beef prices. Joining me now is Dave Foster, the CEO of the Cattle Producers of Louisiana. And Dave, you're the expert here. What are we seeing with cattle prices and where do you think they're going?
Cattle prices are higher than they certainly were last year, and they'll probably continue to be higher. Just to give you an idea, if we talk per head, we're probably $150 to $300 or $200 a head more per calf higher than we were last year at this time. So that certainly bodes well for our people. Even though input costs have risen, we're still in a very favorable position with cattle numbers reduced throughout the United States as well as here. Supply will be down, so demand will be up, and it looks pretty good for the cow-calf industry.
And talking a little bit about that supply and demand, I know that we're seeing a lot more demand from the eastern countries, going out toward Asia. They're seeming to want more protein. How is that impacting things here?
Same way, with less inventories of beef and more people wanting it. We're having a situation, probably the first thing that's going to see is our exports have been increasing and will continue to increase. However, our imports, mostly ground beef, have risen drastically. A couple of things. One, because of reduced cow numbers in the United States where they get most of their ground beef from. And the other thing is that certainly is in the cattle business, we do not want to be able to supply all the ground beef locally, only because of it will reduce our price overall. Instead of getting a hamburger for whatever they are now, $55, it could be $10 or $12. So that's the thing, the beauty about imported beef that helps us on that lower end.
Now let's go ahead and move things back west and talk a little bit about your organization, the Cattle Producers of Louisiana. Started up about the same time that I came here to This Week in Louisiana Agriculture 4 years ago. Tell me a little bit about how much y'all have grown and what's going on right now with Cattle Producers of Louisiana.
You know, we really have grown since certainly 4 years ago. And the difference between us, of course, the question that's always get asked, well, we've got a state organization already. Why do we need another one? And my answer to that is that, yes, we do have a state organization. Their monies and energies are focused mostly on the promoting of the product beef. Our basic, if you will, our mission statement is to try to keep the Louisiana cattlemen in business and to try to keep a sustainable industry here in the state of Louisiana. So we work towards that effort of trying to keep the people here in the business by providing information.
Well, Dave, we appreciate you doing everything you do to keep Louisiana ranchers in business. He is Dave Foster, the CEO of the Cattle Producers of Louisiana. And Mike, if you'd like more information about the Cattle Producers of Louisiana, you can just head over to our website, twilatv.org. We'll have their phone number, link to the website, and everything you need to know. Back to you.
Avery Davidson, thanks. Still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, does this contain peanuts? How about this? Kristen Oakes shows us the surprising places you'll find this little legume in this week's Ag Minute. Stay with us.